Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mason going to get it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on
Okay, here we go, what? Yeah.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy operating from the gun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Vikings.
On play action, McCarthy. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Looking to throw McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To the air with McCarthy. And that is intercepted. Or was it? What they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They're on 31-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
From the gun, here's Goff. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams hit touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have 6 to their lead. An extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. McCarthy off the play fake. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have the football. It will set up sharp at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Vikings 33-yard line.
180. Goff now to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
There's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
White 20.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, ill-advised throw down. It's intercepted.
Go, big guy, go! Go, big guy! Pickle. The big guy scored.
those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4.
180! Tiger, Tiger!
Now Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Vikings 10.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception to result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the give, it's Mason. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt from. And how about this, a fake? A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, hey, they realized that Cordell was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
180. Hey, shell.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
180. Hard ball. Shell.
Here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw. 47 yards. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good effort on the return there. Gets it across the 30, up to the 33. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught left side by Judy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A little joke. Well, he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Vikings first down.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
180.
Now it's gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 50 yards. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They're down at the half. As you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
After we said, the defense was keying in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
Here's McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That was going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Let's go.
Now McCarthy. Oh, it's caught. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions 42. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing again, McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 54 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First and goal, Minnesota.
Throwing is McCarthy. And it's caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
And I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
180.
Gone. And he takes a shot on the release. says this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11. 17.
Now gone. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is 2nd and 8.
What? Like 20. Go get him, go get him, go get him. What's that?
Play action. It's gone. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Like 20. Turbo set.
To throw is gone. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Goff now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
180.
To the air again. Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Tonight. 180. Turbo set.
Gibbs straight ahead. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Black 20. Cut.
Over the middle, he's got to slow. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Isaac to Slaw with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Right back to Mason.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Like 20.
Gibbs is going backwards here. Well, they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
4-yard line.
What? 180.
Montgomery is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Isaac to slow from 3 yards out. And the Lions are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll hand it to Mason. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, Mark, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now he's going to step up and run. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
McCarthy operating from the gun. It's his complete to Butte. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
16 more yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
16 yards. First down, Vikings.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown.
Ooh, what a reach. What a reach. I might be losing, but what a reach.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now an even 30.
Good. Makes the score Lions 56. Vikings 26.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
4 yards.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Jones. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end.